Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learning Hub, and if you have not subscribed my channel then subscribe it and hit the bell icon to get the notifications of my videos. So today we are going to discuss chapter number 4, that is charts in MS Excel. Okay, so before starting this chapter, I would like to tell you about the previous chapter that we have studied. Okay, so the previous chapter, that is chapter number 3, in which we have learned about the functions in MS Excel, and this chapter, that is the third one, okay, as well as your fourth one, both are related to MS Excel. There is a slight difference between those two. The third chapter depends on your numeric data, and in this chapter we are going to see about the charts or graphs. So first thing that you are going to see is the introduction. MS Excel is used to present information in the form of numeric data. Now see, basically when you open MS Excel, any version, either 2007, 2010 or 2013, any version if you open, you will see the worksheet over there. It is divided into rows and columns, and intersection of row and column is called a cell. Within this cell only you have to store your data, mainly your numeric data for the calculation purpose. But in this chapter, what we are going to do? We are going to convert the numeric data into charts or graphs. But why? Why we have to? Why means what is the need to convert your numeric data into the chart? Because charts are more attractive by look. Yes, if you will see the tabular formation, and one side uh, if you see one colorful chart, then obviously the chart will be more attractive for a human being. Okay, that is why some people they prefer chart over the workbook, and these are easier to understand. They have a long lasting impression on the mind, because some studies says that if you are reading something and if you are watching something, so whatever you are watching, that will have a long lasting Okay, you can see on the screen different types of charts they have shown, like column chart, bar chart, pie chart. Okay, now next thing is components of a chart. So what are components? What do you mean by components? Components means, like in biology, your teacher asks to label the diagram. The same way, if we are going means same way we'll define the components of a chart, means the labeling of the chart, that is known as components. So let us see, different types of components are there: plot area, value axis, category axis, data point, okay, chart area and legend. These are the components of a chart. Now let us define. Okay, I will explain one by one all the components to you. First one is the plot area. Okay, can you see this rectangular area? Complete. This is known as the plot area. Okay, where we plot our chart, where we make our chart, where we create our chart. Then second is the y axis, or you can say the value axis. So your value axis means the vertical axis, y axis, this one. This is your y axis, value axis. Next is x axis, this one. This is known as category axis, horizontal axis of the chart. Then right hand side you can see the data points. So can you see these bars? These bars are showing the value that this one student has got this much marks in this subject. Okay, these are representing the value. So to represent the values we use data points. These are known as data points. Then next is the chart area, where we have created our chart. This area is known as chart, where all the objects are mentioned. Then last one is legend, this one part. If we are not mentioning the legend in our chart, then you will not be able to tell that blue bar represents what, red represents what, and green represents what. So you will not be able to tell if legend is not there. With the help of legend only, we are telling that blue represents the marks in English, red represent the marks in maths. Okay, without this you will not be able to tell anything or explain anything in the map. Different types of charts are there. Okay, so first type is the column chart. Column chart displays the data changes taking place in a time period or to compare different items. If you are comparing two things, for that you can use the column chart. You can see here in the figure also. Okay, now see here, you can easily tell that Sunny has got 50 marks in English. You can see here Sunny has got 50 marks in English, and Sunny has got 70 marks in maths. Here with the help of legend we can mention, we can know the subjects. Okay, like this you can explain that Ritesh got this much marks in this subject. Okay, so column chart, with the help of column chart you can compare the marks, like Sunny has got 50 marks in English, Ritesh has got 75 in English. You can compare the values of different students with the help of column chart. Then next you can see is the line chart. Okay, so what does this line chart signifies? Line chart displays the changing trends in a data at equal intervals. It shows data in a form of lines. Like you can see, Sunny, they have not mentioned the subjects here. They have mentioned like series 1. In place of columns, they have used line. That Sunny has got 18 series 1. Okay, for Ritesh also you can compare. Like this you can tell. Means in place of column chart, here simply we have to use lines to show the data. Then next one is the pie chart. Pie chart displays the data in comparative manner. It works according to the degrees. Already you know, complete circle it has, okay, or it is of 360 degree. Already you know. Now this 360 degrees divided into certain portions. Here you can compare things. Okay, you can compare the total values, like who has got more marks in comparison to all other students. So you can say that Ashwak has got more marks. You can see this one area is larger than these areas, so Ashwak has got more marks. Like this you can compare your data. Then next is bar chart. Already you can see there are some similarities between the column chart and the bar chart. In column chart we have vertical bars, and here we have horizontal bars. Only this is the difference. In column chart you are having the bars like this. Okay, bars like this. But here in the case of bar chart, it is like this. Means in horizontal way. There in column chart you are having the bars in vertically line. Then next one is your area chart. It displays the change in values over some period of time. You can see previously the values were till here only, after that it increased up to here. So with the help of this you can see the changes in the values over a particular period of time. Then next is the scatter chart. With the help of scatter chart you can show the values in different subjects. Okay, but here in place of lines or bars, icons are used to show the values. In scatter chart icons are used, different types of icons are used. Then some other charts are also available, like the surface, donut, bubble, radar chart. Then the subtypes. Already I have told you about the column chart, about line chart, pie chart, bar chart, area chart, scatter chart, other charts. Okay, I have told you about this. Now, when you are creating some particular chart, suppose we are creating column chart. So when we will click on column, this sublist will appear, and in this list subtypes will appear on your screen. So here different types are there of column, whether you want to create with the help of cylinder, or you want columns in cone, or you want 3D columns, you want 2D columns. These are the different types of column, in which style you want to create your column chart. Same is with line, you want to create this dotted line, or you want 3D line. Okay, in pie also you can see 3D pie you want, 2D pie you want, in which style you want to create that particular chart. All these types are, or subtypes are mentioned in the subtypes. Then next one is creating charts, that we'll do on the next